I think I'm only feeling inspired right at the moment to do something with a UPC code. And I think I want to do that with the fancy markers that I got. What are these called? Sharpie Creative Markers. I thought I wanted to do the gel art because I do want to play with my new plate, but I don't have a pull in mind that I want to do. I think I need to go watch a couple of videos. I shouldn't say that. I know exactly what I want to do with it. What I want to do with my gel art plate, and I'm not prepared to do that today. I want to walk through a series of pulls where I find this is the easiest, most basic type of pull you can do. Now that you know how to do that, here's the next level up, and the next level up, and the next level up, and the next level up, until I've done at least one pull at each level of difficulty. I'm assuming that's going to end with a long haul. And I haven't written down what each of those steps are. I know that that's not a thing you have to do. You can just go into it, throw some paint at it, and play. But because I'm trying to learn what a gel plate should be able to do, I've kind of already played with my 5x7, but now that I have a real jelly art plate, I want to be more methodical about it and kind of see how the process builds and go from there. So today, the art part of Welcome to the Art Studio is just going to be this UPC project that I don't quite know what the plan is. Now, I've intentionally pulled out the bullet ones because they're not spot on colors. They're not Roy G. Biv. They're apricot and peach and tan and mauve and pistachio and colors that have all those fun names when you go to the paint store trying to figure out what color you want to start with. So I'm going to say, let's grab this really light blue. And there's not really a plan for these UPC codes. I just think they're cool and have potential. So I'm just going to start by filling in the squares in different colors and see where that takes me. And there might be talking while I do this. I don't know. Because there's not really a plan here. I am a little concerned. I'm a little concerned because I just covered over the black lines and I'm trying to avoid that. So I need to find a way to better avoid that. Because now I'm going to have to go back in and fill that black line back in. So I'm going to probably need to tape these off because the sections are so small. But for right now, let's draw this one back in. This is a Faber-Castell black fine liner in 0.1. I did find that having a fine line marker around was super, super handy. I think because I was needing to write small, or it might have been putting details in on some watercolor paintings I was doing at the time. It's a handy thing to have on hand. I also we have a craft reuse shop near me, a place called Sister Trillium up in Yellow Springs. And someone had donated this big roll of black masking tape. It's so thin though. And I love that for making thin borders around like the train things I showed you. So I think this might be, and it's fairly low tack, I'm pretty sure. We're going to use this to mask off the next one. So this could become a really tedious project. We'll see. And then this way, when I color it in, I'm not going to get offside with it. I Just have to be good at applying masking tape. Yeah. There's that. And I did blue before, so let's do orange with this one. And now I don't have to be as precise. Although I do kind of on the ends, and I wasn't, but let me fix that. Yeah, that'll work, I think. We'll see. Now let's see if these peel off all right. Yeah, it'll peel off better if I don't press it down like I did. But now I can move it over to the next line also. Yeah, see, some of these are really thin. Yeah. Sometimes making creative things is not so much about big, bold, brash, whatever. It's about how well can you line up a piece of tape. Right, there's that one. Let's see, we did blue, orange. Let's put green next to that. Go. Yeah, and see, you can kind of see where I'm going with this, although it is starting to take some of the paper with it. I'll just keep reusing these. They'll get less and less tacky over time. Ah, the precision work. Yeah, and I keep, even to myself, you might be wondering why. What are you ever going to do with that? And the truth is, I don't know. I had this vision when I saw this that I could color these in and they would look really cool. I still think that. I was not quite prepared for the tedium necessary of having to tape off the little thingies. Although I still think it's the right thing to do, but it is a little tedious. I don't know that this yellow is really going to show up on the brown paper. Ooh, maybe it will. Oh my goodness, that showed up a lot better than I expected. Yeah. Oh, that's right. It was the King Art one that doesn't show up. This one was lovely. I forgot. Yeah, that's a nice yellow. I like that. I like that a lot. And if it takes off too much of the black, I'll just have to draw it back in. But see, you can see kind of the beginnings of the vision in my head of what this is going to look like once it's done. So now I have to decide whether I want to put you guys through all of this while I draw it, or if this would be better done off camera where you don't have to see me taping things over and over. These two got a little too close together. I want to draw that black line back in. Yeah, and these black lines are starting to go away, so let's darken that back up. I can see there's going to have to be some finishing work after the fact where I make the black lines black again. But anyway, that's kind of the vision for what this is going to become. I think it's going to look really cool when it's done. But I'm not sure I want to drag you guys through that, because watching me tape things over and over again might just not be all that interesting. I don't know. Tell you what, I will let the camera roll and we'll go from there. And I'm not sure what I'll do with it. It might become a short. next video, I'll talk to you about what it means to be a content creator. But yeah, I'll let the camera roll, and I'm just going to keep doing my thing, and have yourself a cup of tea and enjoy the silence, I suppose. kind of silly to color a brown paper bag in brown, but okay. I lost that one. See, I'm liking that. I don't know why that brings me joy, but it does. And the thoughts that I'm thinking are about how we're all the same. And by that I mean, it doesn't matter the color of your skin, we're all the same people. I mean that, but also with a side order of we are also the product. Um, and I didn't intend for this to go kind of political in that way, but it kind of has in my head. That said, I still think this is a pretty thing, and I'm gonna continue the rest of the color. Yeah, I don't know. This is an art that will go somewhere, but at the moment, I don't know where it's going. I'm just following the muse. It'll do what it's gonna do and be what it's gonna be. And eventually, maybe it'll tell me what that is, because right now, I don't know. there are some decisions going on in the background here, like, did I use this on a fat line last time or a skinny line? This is a cold color, I need a warm color. So there are some arty decisions going on in the background that I'm not verbalizing out loud. But just know that my brain's not totally empty while doing this. There's certain things I'm choosing and things I'm not choosing. Artistic decisions. In fact, I think the next one of these I do, I'm going to deliberately go from cool to warm, just to see what that does. But right now I'm liking the random. Be random, all the randoms. And I'm not really too concerned about what's across from what on the color wheel. In fact, that's an upcoming project. I didn't write that down because I knew I wanted to do it and I forgot to write it down. I want to make a color wheel. Make a color wheel. The reason I want to make one is that I have one on my phone and I use it regularly, but I can't film and reference it at the same time. So, and I could go out and buy one, but I think there's learning to be had by making one. So I'm going to try to make one, but not right now. Right now I need to pick the next color. Let's go with yeah, this will work, I suppose. That's what I'm doing now anyway. That wasn't even the color I thought it was. Oh well. I have two little lines and then one big bold line. I think we'll end on land on that. Okay. And we'll end on that one. Okay. So some of these colors are going to get used twice, and several of them are not. And that's okay. In fact, knowing that this one can get used again. And no, actually, maybe not. I don't know. Too many decisions. All right. It's going to go over the edge, but that's okay. Let's do this one. Now let's do, we'll do this one. And for the last color, yeah, I already elected this color. Right, and there we have it. Whatever this is. I like it. I can get it to lay flat here so you can see it. It's almost like I created an area rug for a dollhouse. This looks like a rug to me. Now I do want to go in and clean up some of the fuzzier lines. I'll do that off camera. But I'm really glad I made this, and I am going to make the rest of them. And I'm still not quite sure what is going to happen to them after that. It would be really easy for me to glue these down and then cut it up into ATCs. That's my first impulse. My second impulse is to put each one as its own ATC. But to what end, I don't know. I don't know what I would do with the white space around the edge. So yeah, it's a pretty thing. And that's all the more I have to say about that. It looks like a rug. It's the beginning of a whole project. I do still need to outline it, so I'll leave the project out until I get it outlined. Yes, I keep a stack of ATC blanks laying around. So that's it for today's Heather's Mixed Media Studio. I know my own channel name, really I do. I thank you all for joining me. I like working on tiny art, as you can see, but I will eventually get into the larger gel prints, which occurs to me, I don't own any stencils, so there might be some stencil making going on in the future. We'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for coming along today, and I hope that you'll get to see more pretty things like this going forward. Have a good day.